it gives Joe a little bit of, see, look, he warmed up to it.
Yeah, so like it's important to establish rapport and common.
And like, okay, look, Joe, Ants in the Pants as a kid, I mean, Craig Campbell, for example. Okay, so then, and now we segue into.
Let's go around because there will be some new people to this pod.
Oh yeah.
So let me.
I remember Joe had a really long intro.
May not know us, so we like to just do a quick, and you can talk about whatever.
So let's find a place to cut it off and then jump right into the Ants in the Pants.
Okay, yeah, Joe's intro.
Yeah. Okay, so Joe's intro.
So yeah, I'm Joe Johnson, and I wrote. I don't write as much as I used to, that's for sure. But I wrote mainly in the '80s. That's when I was sponsored, traveling around, competing in the '80s, and I gave it up in like '91. Went to college, thinking I had to get a real job, and I was washed up. I felt like at 22, 21, 22, and it's crazy that how late guys ride, and it's just incredibly.
All right. Yeah, that is crazy, but all right. So now everybody knows Joe Johnson. Do you want to hear more?
Yeah, let's see where does he end it? Like, what is his last?
It's nuts. It's nuts how I remember Brian Scurra. There's a long kind of introduction to who I am, but
no, that's
Brian
good.
Scurra,
don't worry.
Yeah,
that's good.
But remember Brian Scurra, like in the 87, 80, 89, that time frame, and Scurra was, he was doing shows, and he was just mainly, that's all he did is shows, I believe, but he was 27 at the time, and I'm like, holy shit, he's still riding at 27? That's nuts.
Yeah, I think that's all good.
I just remember thinking that was so old that he was still riding these bikes. But anyway, I was wrong there. And but I still have a couple of bikes. I have a Haro that I got, one of the lineages that I got from John, and I have a little pump track in the backyard, like off in the woods there. And so any chance I get, I'm riding that. And watching as much as I can of on Instagram and anywhere else for these cool the dirt jumps that are out there now, and just like all over the place in skate parks. And I mean, there's so much footage now that you can sit there all day long and still not get enough watching all this cool shit that's out there. But anyway, yeah. So I went to school. I went to school for engineering, and so I'm a mechanical engineer, work at a company. We developed a 3D metal printer now, and well, these MIT guys develop.
So it is cool, but I think it's time to move on.
Yeah, I think it's time to move on too, because but we should get the point that
I went to
this
school,
is a long introduction. You should leave that in there.
And so I'm a mechanical engineer, work at a company.
All right, cool. So we got that. Joe says that he likes the AFA.
But
that's
yeah,
that's how Joe and I actually first met.
Really?
Is it in 2016? Just a second.
Okay. Yeah.
This is when you ordered a large pepperoni pizza from Marco's. We can cut this.
And it's funny because I was giving a guy a direction to face. Yeah, I think you should cut it.
Okay. So then.
Okay, Sickman, did you have?
Yeah, this is.
Leave the Sickman part. Oh,
yeah, I will.
Okay, Sickman, did you have anything else to chime in on that one, or do you want to move to?
Okay, so let me get the piece. Intros by Mark McGrade. So this is how I.
Oh, right. You splice in his.
Oh, it's not here. Yep. Detach cable. Cable detached. Oh, and I also have to get the Joe Johnson had ants in his pants. Where is it? Let me get it.
Wait, what else are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for the label of Joe Johnson. Here we go. Joe
Got it.
Johnson. Okay, so
Anything else to chime in on?
here.
Okay, Stickman, did you have anything else to chime in on that one? Or do you want to move to the next one?
No, we can go to the next one, but I got to tell you, this is going to be so funny that people are going to watch this. They're going to call me Sickman, and I'm going to say Sisman, and they're going to say, Dave Nourie said that you're Sickman, and I'll be like, there, son. Yeah. Okay, factOrFreestyle. Joe Johnson had ants in his pants when he invented the vert tail whip.
Okay, so we're rolling right along. This is going great, and I think Joe, Sickman, do you have a little?
We can chop that.
Yeah, we can just go right to you.
Do you have a little clip that you can share with Johnson?
Yeah. So, Joe.
I look tense.
You do.
We understand that
You need to put something like, just Joe, this is like a big moment for Joe. This is his counselor from Woodward, and now he's really confronting him with something about that, like, because it's so real. It's so genuine. You really were.
I really was nervous.
Nervous and tense, and like, this is my counselor, and I'm actually, Dave's making me.
I'm like,
Dave
I don't
says
know
I
how
have to do it.
Go.
I can't, that I was going to do it. It was your turn to deliver
It
this.
was I drew the short straw.
Yeah. So it's like,
Just legitimate anxiety.
Joe, Sickman, do you have a little clip that you can share with Johnson?
Yeah. So, Joe, we we understand that you have denied the ants in the pants, and and that's the first of 5 stages of grief. And so, what we want to do is help you get through the denial. We want to be here through the anger and the bargaining, and we want you to have a safe space for depression so that you can get to acceptance.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
And so we have a series of clips, one of which I think you've seen, but 2 you haven't. Maybe this, you could call this an intervention, but we would like to show you a clip, which I'll share now, and you should be able to hear it. And so these are the people who have reacted, and we just kind of want to watch you react to them and be here for you. factOrFreestyle. Joe Johnson had ants in his pants when he invented the vert tail whip. This is Montana Ricky, sales rep for Madera.
So here's the story of Joe Johnson. The first tail whip that Joe actually pulled was because he had ants in his pants.
That was good.
So the ants bit him or made him flinch. It was just enough to help you kick the bike all the way around and pull the first one.
In the moment, I'll have a conversation. So this ants in the pants one, I've
Heard,
but I didn't I haven't asked
people
I guess I've heard this story.
Jesus.
So Joe Johnson invented the tail whip, but Joe Johnson invented the first tail whip, right?
In the air, yes.
In the air. So somebody said that it's because, and Joe wouldn't admit this, he had ants in his pants.
But that they bit him, and that's what
Twisted him around or something.
he got the hook.
Oh, come on. That's ridiculous.
No, that's insanely ridiculous. You don't put it in the pins like you got a freaking ant in
been working on it. It wasn't like he wasn't trying. No, I don't think he intentionally. No, he didn't. Joe, right? He didn't.
I love that he's going along with it. Like, you know, this. You need to.
Where was it that he pulled the first time? Was it Camellia Ramp or where?
I wish the audio was better on the playback. I don't know.
His hands when he invented the tail whip. I would say, is that like a vert tail whip? Like he just twitched enough because he wasn't good. I think like on the first one, or at least I think so. You did. You think so? Anything else? Yeah. We have a confirmed fact here. And Matt, you said you had some first-hand experience with this. I believe he did the first tail in my warehouse in my ramp. With me, Dennis McCoy came down. He came down and was staying with Dennis, and then they drove down to the ninja ramp, the secret ninja ramp.
Oh, by the way, people are like, why is no one talking about that gold frame in Matt's background?
Oh, right. I saw that post. Someone posted that.
That part's true.
And I just threw him into his pants. He just didn't know what was going on, and next thing you know, his bike started flipping around. And I was just like, no way! Until it, bam!
That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it happened. Okay.
Okay. There it is. Firsthand. That's not even a secondhand story. That's firsthand information we have there from Matt.
I mean, here.
I think we got the episode.
Yeah, so, I mean, this is kind of a special.
Yeah,
episode
I think.
because it's kind of like the.
And it's within time. This is like so perfect.
12:30.
Yeah, because YouTube gives us a 15-minute limit.
Right.
I really like how we're both wearing flannels and then you match your flannel to the background. All right. Well,
Okay, cool.
Is this one ready to go?
I think so. I think it's good.
All right. So I'm going to mark it gold. And then.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Apple devices, 4K. Gold episodes. Episode 16.
Episode 16.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
I was looking at the date, and the first one we did was Pete, right? Was that the first one we actually recorded, or was that the first one we released?
I have been releasing them in sequence. The only time I released one out of sequence was Matt Wilhelm, because I was so behind. Like I hadn't invented the play it fast method.
Right. And you did the Gumby Vendetta because you couldn't let that rest. That's the fact.
I
right?
couldn't.
Oh, look.
Oh my God. I was so.
Yeah, you were like, okay, I just have to do this, and I could just tell Dave I was just too busy and I couldn't. Yeah, I get it. You just want to get that out there.
And that was so perfect because Matt Wilhelm knows, like that was definitely a guest that knows the long history of my sense of humor. So like James McGraw did, and Matt did too. Oh, let me tell you Matt's story about that contest in 2010.
Wait, which was Matt?
Matt Wilhelm.
Okay.
The contest in 2010 that I went to, first contest in like almost 20 years. We made this in several parts because the 15-minute limit on YouTube. So check out the next one. Hit the link that you see right here.